Hey all friends, welcome to the channel, Bob here, and today we're playing Valheim. This is a new sort of survival MMORPG type game. It's one of those games where you can kind of create your own server essentially and have people join it. Yeah, it's apparently it's a bit like Rust or The Forest. I haven't played those games, so I can't really compare it to those. But what I'm normally, I guess, videos like this where someone's starting a new game, they would kind of show you the intro and stuff. I'm not going to do that. I kind of feel with these sort of games, like discovery is part of the fun, so I'll kind of point out some things that I've found that may or may not trip you up, but from an intro point of view and how to get going, you know, I'll skip over that because, as I said, discovery is always the best. Always the best way to play these games. It's kind of just come out of the blue for me anyway. Like games like Rust and The Forest don't really hold too much attraction for me. I would play them and enjoy them, but you know, I wouldn't go out of my way to play them, if you know what I mean. Whereas this, looking at this, there's a couple of people whose opinions I trust who've been loving it, so you know, I thought I'd give it a go, and it's amazing. I've only really just started. I guess I can't compare it to games I haven't played, so it really feels like a cross between Worm Online and Minecraft to me. So when I'm running around doing a lot of the stuff that I'm doing, it kind of feels a bit like Worm, but it's got the more kind of immediacy of Minecraft. You haven't got the huge grind of Worm. So that's that's kind of the two games I compare it to. But what I quite like about it, it does have a running story for it, which I won't spoil too much, but it involves you trying to get in or back into Valhalla. It's based on kind of Norse mythology, which I love as well. Even though I believe in Scandinavia at the moment, there's a lot of, as is going on around the world, trying to deny or cancel Viking culture or Norse culture or whatever. But yeah, keep the fight going, guys. That's what I say. But yeah, so first of all, just to pick up a few things that I've found with regards to building. This is like a little small, long home. My plan for my home eventually is to be like I've been looking at some like reproductions of Neolithic longhouses, so that's kind of what I'm going to try and produce. But I went a bit too big on the first creation, and it just kept falling. The roof kept falling in. What I've learned is that if you go to your hammer, which is kind of like your creative tool, and if you look at you get different colourings. So if you look at the colourings here, where I've built the floor and the wall, blue is the best. Kind of blue means it's grounded essentially, like it's very sturdy because it's attached to the floor. But as it goes up, it changes colour, and you get like red, you get yellow, then you get red, and then bits just start falling off because there's no support. So yeah, there's a load of options for building, like beams and supports and things. So that's kind of something that I need to look at when I extend my little property here. But yeah, I've got you need to build a bed, and you can the bed becomes your spawn point. Got a little chest, got a few bits in there at the moment. Got a little fire. It's interesting, I built a fire with the roof, and the whole structure was filling with smoke. So as you would do logically back then, you'd have a little hole for the smoke to go out of. That was quite funny. Workbenches. If you go to workbench, press E. You use this icon here to repair your tools. That's something that I found out the hard way. I kept making tools on the first try, but just use this icon to repair them. You can upgrade them as well. It's got stars here, which kind of breaks the immersion a bit. But oh no, that's the required station level, so I can upgrade my bits and pieces here to a higher level, which is pretty cool. The other thing that I've had trouble with was it was telling me that I needed level 2 workbench. I wasn't quite sure how to do that, but then I worked out that you unlock these things and you put them down. So if you put down a chopping block, it increases the level of your workbench. Put down a tanning rack, it increases the level of your workbench, which then opens up. Oh, can I create a deer rug? Interesting. I create a little raft as well at the moment. So yeah, so that's kind of like the construction side of it. You know, this is where I'm extending. We're going to be extending things, but I'm going to do it slowly and work out the supports for the roof. So eventually I'll have a long house going back that way. The game itself is super immersive. I mean, it's beautiful, really. I think that's the world tree. Is it Yggdrasil? I'm not sure if I've pronounced that correctly, but I believe that's what it is. And the other thing that's quite interesting is there's a lot going on in the world. So there's a lot of animals wandering around which you kill for meat and furs, and you need to eat and all that kind of stuff. You can create armours of different kinds. I believe the game goes through ages, like Stone Age, Bronze Age, blah blah blah. Yeah, and I've seen games where people are kind of fully decked out in what actually wasn't Viking stuff. If you kind of do a bit of research, like Vikings very rarely wore armour and even helmets. You know, they would wear quite colourful clothing, even those going on like raids. And I think it was generally leaders and stuff that you would find wore armour. I think there's very little evidence from what I've researched of helmets, horny helmets and armour, apart from a Viking point of view. Yeah, and all that's quite interesting. Yeah, but you go out, you chop trees down. If there's a tree, you can chop it down for your wood. What I haven't managed to find yet is let's just show you the view. I haven't got a pickaxe yet, so I can't hack into stone. I'm not quite sure why I haven't got the option for it. I upgraded to a level 2 workbench, but it still is not letting me create a pickaxe, which is a bit annoying, so I need to try and work that out today. Yeah, and I'm not sure what else I can say. I have, as I said, there's a bit of a story running through it where I'll just go and show you because it looks really beautiful. Skills go up when you use them, so when you run, your run skill goes up. If you jump, your jump skill goes up. If you use an axe, your axe skill goes up. All that kind of stuff. But there is a bit of a story running through it, and it's about killing these Forsaken, which are like boss mobs, and you have to summon them. This is the first one that I've located. So I think to summon this one, what I need to do is place 2... Oh, here's a Hugin, who gives me advice. Yeah, so you're kind of... What I find difficult in these sandbox games is I kind of get a bit lost and unfocused after a short period of time. But this one is all about defeating the bosses and moving on to the next one. And this is the altar. Like the runestone, you get runes first of all. Hunt his kin. So this is a... Oops, here we go. There we go. I think I picked up some resin. Yeah. So you place an offering here, which I know is 2 deer trophy heads, and it spawns the boss. You need to kill him and then move on to the next one. But I've only just started, so I'm not going to do that at the moment. From what I can tell, I think as soon as you summon the boss, he's always there. He just keeps chasing you around, apparently. Yeah, so I'm not going to do that at the moment. I'll get myself kitted out a bit more first. But yeah, lovely and atmospheric. Yesterday I woke up and all this really thick mist had kind of rolled in, and I couldn't see much of what was going on around me. Yeah, so I kind of stayed close to home yesterday because it was just I was a bit concerned about running off and getting attacked by stuff. Apparently, like I haven't spoilt the game for myself too much, but I have been looking at people's adventures and things, and it seems to be like a lot of emergent gameplay going on, which is really exciting. You know, people have been out sailing. You can build ships and sail ships. People have been out sailing and they found this island, and they landed on the island and it wasn't an island and all this kind of stuff. You know, it just looks really, really cool. And it's multiplayer as well if you want to play with your friends. I mean, I'm not sure if any of you guys are playing, if you want to get together and have a game. That would be pretty awesome. So what I want to do this morning is try and craft myself a bow and arrow, and then kind of raise up my bow skill a bit, because I think that might be quite important, particularly for hunting deer, because they run away basically. You get all of the building options as well, like I've made myself a hoe here, so you can level the ground to build on. You need to level the ground, yeah, or you can raise the ground, yeah, whatever you want to do basically. I'm not quite sure why these fences are green. I think it's probably because there's not much support under here, so maybe I need to raise the ground a bit here, because these are blue, but these walls are green, and I want them to be blue for when I build on top of them. So that might be a bit of an issue, but we will see about that. Yeah, so let's go and see what the requirements are for building. Hit points and food is quite weird. So if you look at the bottom left there, I've got 25 hit points and there's a food bar. You can stack 3 food, which all give you like a regenerative effect, and food also seems to increase your hit points a bit. So we've got, what was that? Grilled necktail. If I have a bit of fruit, I think I think I'll save my cooked meat. So you get like your health goes up a bit, and you get a health regen every so often. So yeah, my maximum hit points are going to go up. So let's go. I found it quite difficult at first. I was going, I want to craft, but I had to change to a hammer. So kind of getting used to that is something that you need to be aware of. I'll probably stick a tanning rack down at some point to increase my. I can build a little raft at the moment, but I won't do that for now. The game's got taming in it as well, which was something else that really attracted me. Let's have a look. Craft. So where are my options to craft? Oh, here we go. So I've got... You unlock recipes as you increase your... better than nothing. Okay, so a crude bow. What do I need? I still need some leather scraps. I've got 3 leather scraps. So I think what we're... Wow, the night's drawing in already. I think boar would be good. Deer you have to chase, whereas boar will kind of... Oops. I've got a boar trophy, so I guess that could potentially be for a boar. Leather scraps. So yeah, the game's got a stealth component as well, which looks really interesting. Also, the physics are really good. So like if you chop a tree down, I got killed by a tree falling, so you have to be careful of that. But when the tree falls, it will damage stuff around it. So yesterday I set off a chain reaction where the tree fell down, and it knocked some other trees down around it as well, which was quite interesting. Yeah, so like a rolling log will damage stuff around it. I was kind of wondering if you could get to the top of a hill and line up some mobs below you and chop a tree down, and it kind of rolls down and damages them. I did get a tree to fall on mob yesterday, and it killed it, which was pretty awesome. Now, as the world's huge, first of all, as well, and it's amazing to explore. I keep coming across, like over here, there's a little village. It's getting dark now, isn't it? I hope you can see. But over here, there's a little village that's just there. I think the worlds are procedurally generated, but they're just amazingly detailed. They're different biomes as well. I felt like in the previous world, before I started again, I came across a stone tower, and there was a skeleton guarding it, which was pretty hardcore. Yeah, but there's a little village over there. I found a chest with some stuff in. I guess you could go and use this as a template, start building your settlement if you wanted. Yeah, but it's getting dark now, so I'll probably wait until the morning to carry on the video, and we'll hunt down some boar and try and make a bow. Actually, I might do that and then come back and we'll make a bow and then give that a bash. Just just wanted to add this bit in for some. It's just one of those things that just I think, wow, I was chasing a deer, and I'm not sure if it's going to drown or not. Oops, the torch has gone out. The tide's coming in. Holy smoke! I was chasing a deer, and I got it to low health, and it ran, and it's gone into the water. And because my swimming skill is terrible, yeah, I can't catch it. It's still there. Look, its swimming stamina is obviously much better than mine. It's gone off again. Amazing. I'm not sure if that was purposely done or not, but the AI ran into the water, so I couldn't. And this one's doing the same. Look, as I get close. Wow, it's amazing. So a beautiful sunrise this morning. Again, lovely atmosphere, particularly when all that fog comes in. I'm so looking forward to seeing the snowy biome. I'm not sure if you noticed as well, but you can see these particles blowing currently almost northerly, showing which way the wind's blowing. And I wonder if that's going to have some sort of effect on the on your ship sailing. There's a bit of flint here. I do need some flint for an upgrade. So it's funny how you, as a modern as a person born in the 20th century, it's amazing how stupid you are when you're doing things. Like I was just charging up to deer and trying to hit them, and they kept running away, obviously. And until you discover that, I knew there was a sneak skill. I picked some fruit actually as well. Yeah. And you think, well, what did our ancestors used to do? Probably used to sneak around. It's probably not particularly realistic, in a sense that you can sneak right up behind a deer and give it a whack. But yeah, it makes some sense. I'm looking forward to doing some sneaky bow shots. Let's see if we can sneak up behind this boar. Always picking stuff up. They do get like an alerted. Yeah, my sneak skill's going up pretty quickly at the moment. They do get like an alerted thing if you. Oh, one shot. I haven't quite got enough leather yet, which is a bit frustrating. So yeah, so this is just like an old abandoned settlement that I found yesterday. You can break this wood down for resources and stuff, and I guess I could have used this as a base to start a new village. You can plant trees and all that kind of stuff as well, so yeah, it's literally got everything you could hope for, but maybe in a setting that you prefer. It is early access as well, I didn't say that, so probably something to be aware of. But I haven't had too many problems. There is an eye-ish. I wonder if that symbol means he's listening. Oh, he kind of could hear me, it seems. More meat. Still no leather hides. Let's travel a bit further from home. This is like a nice little structure here. I wonder if it was like a little temple or shrine to something. And a little waterside structure. Ah, we found some deer. A little waterside structure here. This really is so immersive. And if you've got some friends playing as well, I imagine it's pretty awesome. Now this deer is facing towards me. Interestingly, I've just noticed, it's funny how I reckon hunter-gatherer stuff is kind of wide in and you just need something to trip it. But I was just thinking that the wind's blowing that way, and so I wonder if the smell alerts the animals. That one was facing me, so I think that's why it's ran away. Interestingly, it hasn't startled its friend. I don't think I can sneak one-shot these, which is a bit frustrating because it means that they do run away. Oh, there we go. Got it. Ooh. I'll get some deer hides so I can make some armour. But I'm not getting what I need. There's another boar over there. Let's go and check it out. Yeah, you can tame these animals as well, which I'm looking forward to doing. Now, I'm not sure if it's because of what... See, that's got that... It's got that sound option around it. Sound icon. I wonder if that means that they're just good at hearing. The thing is, boars don't really run away. So I should just go up to them. I just want to raise my sneak skill, basically. Ah, leather scraps. So I think I need one more. And maybe some flint. Where's that boar gone? It's hiding in the grass. Oh, there he is. Well, there's one right over there. I'm not sure if this one keeps spawning here. I know where to come for some fruit as well if I need some. Okay, leather scraps. Let's head back, see if we can make the bow. Hey, Hal friends, welcome back. So, yeah, I'm just cooking my breakfast this morning before we head out. I've got myself a bow and arrow, so we're going to go and do some hunting. What I'm probably going to aim at doing, I need to make some armour, some leather armour. And I need some feathers to make arrows with. Your food can burn, actually, so I'm just keeping an eye on it. Yeah, so I think they're cooked. There's some strange things where it says, I don't know why you don't just pick up the food there, rather than just chucking it on the fire and then having to pick it up again. This is quite interesting. You can make resource piles, so like stone and wooden piles, metals as well. I'm assuming at some point. You seem to be able to make these wooden arrows essentially without any feathers and stuff, so that's pretty cool. Leather tunic. I need some pants, actually. Trousers. They're called pants for. Oh, nice. Got some leather pants. Leather trousers. Can't make a leather tunic. Need some more of those. That's fine though. Let's eat some food. I haven't got any. I've got some carbs and some proteins. There we go. Let's head out. So the goal today is feathers to make better arrows. You can make flaming arrows as well, actually, that do like a little dot. I haven't used a bow yet, so let's see what it's like. It was funny last night. I was trying to. Oh damn! That's a waste of an arrow. I was trying to sneak up behind the seagull. Don't make the mistake I made. I was trying to sneak up behind a seagull, which is almost impossible to melee it to death. Before I realised that there are some arrows, some crappy arrows you can make that don't require feathers. Also be aware that like weapons have also got a damage rating for sneaking and also for backstabbing, so the bow has got that. I'm going to love sneaking around. Where's that grayling? There it is. So I'm not sure what the drop is on a bow or anything like that. Of course you would go behind a bloody tree, wouldn't you? Oof. Okay. So the drop seems quite hefty. So let's go and see if we can hunt some deer. I'm sure there's some over here somewhere. Oh, there we go. There's one. That was a hit, not a brilliant hit. But the bow does have a back attacking from the rear kind of rating. Nope. That's a big miss. Oh dear. Okay. Oh, it's gone right over there, look at that. Holy smokes. Okay, well, there's another one here. Yeah, I don't know what... That was a terrible shot. Okay, so it's funny because shooting into the grass, when the grass is so long, you don't really notice what the drop is. Let's see if we can do better here. Oh, that was terrible. So the drop's even more than I suspected. Expected. Oh dear. What a shot. One shot hit the ball. Point blank. Jesus, terrible. Literally couldn't hit a barn bucket. Well, all I can say is I've got newfound respect for... No, long gone. Newfound respect for those hunter-gatherers. I think I probably need to be maybe a bit higher up. Let's see if there's something where I got a bit more... shooting into the trees as an inexperienced bowman is, yeah, a lesson in futility, I would say. There were some boars over here yesterday. Ah, here we go. God knows how I'm going to try and hit seagulls for their feathers, although they do land and kind of stand still. It's just not judging the... Maybe I need to sneak up a bit closer. This is the worst bow action you've ever seen. To a point where I'm just going to wait. Basically. Anyway guys, I'll stop the video here. This is Valheim, just a selection of gameplay. I'm loving it at the moment and it's amazingly immersive as well. Yeah, great stuff.